Okay, so recently I've been trying to explore new genres and take a little break from drill. And one thing that I've been getting into is reggaeton. Just because it's so different to what I'm used to. I think the vibe's sick, and you have artists like Bad Bunny, who is probably one of the biggest artists in the world right now, so there's a huge audience. Also, whenever I make new genres, I always learn something new, and I might end up applying that back to my usual stuff. So yeah, right now I'm gonna try and make a full reggaeton beat from scratch. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is set the BPM to about 100, and then I might as well get rid of all of these drill drums. I'm not really sure where I want to take the melody yet, so I'm just going to flick through some sounds, and when I find one that I like, I'll just see what I can make. Maybe some kind of mallet would be good. I like this one in pigments. Maybe we could try this. And then we could just build from this. Maybe I could cut that. And then maybe I could come down to D sharp from here. Kinda like the sound of that. Could just get some bass notes in as well. Then get some top notes. Okay, and then we'll just randomize that velocity a bit, then copy it over, and then just add something else here, like even that. And then we could just add one more note up here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we can copy that mallet, and then I'm just going to find something else to layer it with. I think we could use glaze and just find a nice pad. But then just take the chords. I think we could invert this as well. But we need a nicer sound. Kind of like this. It's quite simple, but it fills out some space. Okay, next I want to try and record a live acoustic guitar in. I'm not sure if it's going to go right with this, but we'll see. Okay, so as you could probably tell, I can't play the guitar, but I managed to get some sort of melody down. And to record that, I literally just used my iPhone, and then I recorded for like 5 minutes. Now I've just dragged in the audio file, and I should be able to piece it together. I might even have to take some individual notes. You can hear my nasty breathing in some parts. Let's just start off with this one. I like this one. So yeah, that could be one section. And then I prefer this note here. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then bring this one back. And then just swap these around. Alright, so I can copy this one over. And then there was something at the end that I wanted. So this bit, it wasn't played the best though. But I might be able to take apart from each. So yeah, maybe in the second half, I'll bring this in. And then I played that an octave up too, so I could take that one. Or this one. We definitely need to clear that up a bit though. It was only recorded on my phone. So I'm just going to use NS1 to cut out some noise, just because it's really simple. Then we'll take out some lows and low mids. Then I'm just adding some compression to tame the peaks. And then because my phone records in mono, I want to make the guitar a bit wider, so I could either spread it with some stereo separation or just use some chorus like this. And then lastly, just some reverb. Okay, and before I add anything else, I want to add in the drums, so then I'll know what space I've got left. I'm just going to use some splice samples. Quite like that one. And then maybe layer it with this. So for the kick, I'm just going to do fill each 4-step. And I like this sound too. And then for the snare, I think the main bounce is just like this. And then the same again actually. I think it's already sounding like it's too much going on with the melody. So I'm going to mute that guitar for now. Alright, I've just brought a hat in too. And then for the hat, I'm just going to play around with the velocity a bit. And then I think whenever there's a snare or a kick, I could emphasize the hat. So it'd be something like this. I'm gonna bring down the BPM a bit too to about 85. I think because the melody's not as happy as some reggaeton beats, it could be more of a chilled one. Yeah, there we go. Then I can just copy this. Let's bring that BPM up a bit to 90. Okay, and then I've just brought in this shaker loop. I'm gonna fit it to the same tempo and then just chop it up a bit. So like here. Alright, next I've just opened up the picked nylon guitar because I don't feel like I'm good enough to play these chords in yet. But I've just copied the chords from the pad and then I'm just going to use one of these patterns to break up the chords for me. Yeah, like that. I like the sound of the guitar there. I actually kind of like both guitars together. Without that pad. Then I could bring in this mallet. Yeah, the vibe's right here. Okay, and it's definitely missing some low end. And usually what I've learned from reggaeton beats is they just use some sort of sine wave for the bass. But I could also use this preset in Analog Lab called Bass You'll Use. I actually saw a video of one of Bad Bunny's producers, Tiny, using this preset. So I think it should work. I knocked it down, I think. Yeah, there we go. Let's have to figure out the pattern. So I'm thinking something like this. And then copy this pattern. Yeah, I'm feeling that. And then in this first section, I could just take out these notes. So it's gonna sound like this. I like the vibe here. It's a nice chilled one. I'm gonna change that hat though. Stands out a bit more. Right, just need some percussion as well. Maybe just something like that. Or we could pitch it down a bit. Okay, so I just opened Arcade and I found this one bank to add some accent notes. Like this sound here. So it can go like here. Okay, I'm just bringing in one more snare and I'm just going to layer a couple of them like this. Alright, I wasn't going to add vocals to this one, but I think it will sound sick because there's a few in this Arcade bank that sound sick. And then this one here. And then I could do some kind of effect on this one. Try this. There we go. And then the only thing I'm going to add to that vocal is just a bit of EQ, some reverb, and then some delay. And then just some shaper box to panic. I brought the mix down. Alright, the vocals are sounding sick. I think I've got enough now so I can start arranging it and then I want to add a couple drum fills. Okay, so I've just copied everything and then I think I could start with the mallets maybe. But I could bring them down an octave. And also in this one, I'll just get rid of the top line. Then we can move that over and then in this next section the top line can come in but it can still be down an octave and then we can bring the vocal in. I'm going to make that unique, set it to Stretch Pro and then I've just brought the formant all the way down. And then I can bring this vocal back where it's up an octave. Yeah, this will sound hard. Okay, so I've got one drum fill here. In fact, I'm going to mute the vocals. There we go. That sounds better. And then I could save the accent. Might even save the hat too. And then this section could come in. Just fix up the energy a bit. And then here I can drop into a verse. So I'll copy everything over and then we'll take the mallet out. So yeah, I could cut everything here. This is a vibe, you know. and then the counter melody, and the shaker too. Okay, and I just found this fill in Arcade, so I'm just going to record that into Edison, and then we could chop that up a bit. So then maybe with that fill I could just cut a few things here and then bring this one back. And then we've got the percussion coming in here. And then yeah, just before the hook, we can put the first fill back in. And then for now, I'm just going to copy it across. There might be a better way to arrange a reggaeton beat, but this is how I'm feeling it for now. So let's just have a listen from the beginning. So in the intro, just started off with the mallet and vocal down. Then in the hook, we've got the backup. But I saved the percussion and the hats for this section. And the accent note. I'm feeling the vibe of this one though. Could even add another fill here. But I like the way it transitions into an acoustic feel. And then yeah, for this section, before the hook, I just took the bass out, so then the hook would have more impact. But if you're liking the vibe, then let me know in the comments. Or if you're just here for dark drill, click up here. Or if you want to see Indian drill, click up here.